Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting for financial freedom. And yes, today we want to take a look at the Jasmy price at one more time, really, because I think it's very important to be paying attention to the market, especially right now, because I can tell you that the best is yet to come. And it's actually moments like these that are actually going to be presenting an opportunity for us. Right? And if you are feeling pretty beaten here with the price action of Jasmy and the rest of the market, I'm actually here to give you a pick me up or a pick up if you want. We are going to be talking about where exactly we are sitting with the Jasmy price as well as where we are headed in the long-time perspective right here on the Jasmy price. But before we get there, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread this video by delicately tapping the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm. People looking for Jasmy updates will now be able to find this video much more easily. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel just yet, I want to encourage you to do so really, because I do TA on Jasmy and a number of altcoins on a regular basis. And without me further running my mouth too much, let's actually get back into the price. And of course, you can already see here that the support level that we were talking about in our last update, which was stretching from something like 1.6 thereabout all the way down to something like 1.45 cents thereabout, was actually holding, and we had some kind of good buys right there. People were buying Jasmy in that level. So if we go down to a shorter time frame perspective, maybe the 4-hourly time frame, and try to see what is happening right there, we can still just see there is no clear direction just yet. Yes, we have had a bounce, and we are still trying to confirm whether we're gonna set a new high relative to something like 1.9 cents. Again, this is where our resistance line is actually sitting right there with the price. But of course, as you can see that we are testing it time and again, the more we actually hit on it is the more likely we are actually going to break that resistance right there. But going back to the daily time frame, taking a look at the indicators here, we can see that momentum is kind of slowing down, right? I mean, downward momentum, obviously selling pressure is kind of slowing down here. We've had a couple of positive candles obviously on the MACD here. I mean, it's going to be very important in the coming days to see that this thing is actually flattening out completely. As you can see, this one also has just turned to be positive. So let's see what eventually happens here, but fingers crossed we get there, and this will be the support level that we were looking for. Then again, the RSI is also still holding up pretty well. We are still about 46. Remember, as I always say, in bullish stances, you usually don't get below that 40. I mean, you can dip as low as something like 38, but beyond that we'll actually be spelling trouble for the Jasmy price. So this is where we are right now. I mean, should that support level fail to hold that we were looking for here, we'll be looking for another fall with Jasmy to about something like 1.1 cent here. I know it's really gonna be devastating. I mean, it's really difficult to imagine even at this point, but this is what this whole market has been all about, right? I mean, if you take a look at this whole thing, this is a wake of accumulation pattern. Go to the 3-daily time frame or maybe the 1-weekly time frame, you can clearly see that there is massive support right around that 1.1 cents. So it's something that I've already prepared myself mentally to say, you know what, if that happens, I'm definitely going to be buying more Jasmy right there, because that will just be the back chest of this whole wake of accumulation pattern before we head out to higher price targets, which I'm going to quote in a minute obviously. But if we just want to have much more maybe validation of that 1.1 cent right there, there is a very important Fibonacci retracement level that is actually right there, right? So from the beginning of this rally that we had, remember we were buying Jasmy back then in January, saying that this is pretty much where the support level is, and we really got rewarded. That was fantastic. Obviously, again, this time it wasn't the best of ideas to be buying Jasmy, because the market was really scared to be touching Jasmy, and it was really pretty much the same story, right? So in the case that Jasmy, I mean, eventually falls to 1.1 cents, but right around that level there, still that's going to be a massive opportunity for somebody. I don't think people should be faced with that. This market has always been like this. Remember when we were buying Zcash, when we were buying like Myro, I mean, all those things that we were announcing on the Patreon, I mean, it was like a terrible time to be buying them, right? But look at how it turned out to be. With VeChain, I mean, all of the tokens that we were talking about on the channel, obviously not a lot of people were paying attention back then, but they have actually turned out to be well, because this is the exact moment that you should be buying. So even if Jasmy goes as low as like 1.1 cent, that is going to be a massive opportunity. I'm just going to show you how that actually benefits you. So remember the structure that we are following here on Jasmy on a daily time frame, saying that look, if you are looking for a 50x on Jasmy, if you're looking for a 100x, this is exactly where you should be looking, right? Mind you, this is just a fractal inside the whole Jasmy price action. This is the historical price action of Jasmy, very devastating chart. But once you take a look at some detail right here, you can eventually see that, you know what, there is actually a bullish structure here which has been followed by altcoins for a very long time, and usually it turns out to be great. Even if you don't get as high as the previous high here, for with in this case will be something like 30 cents here for Jasmy, but in the most cases really you don't need to get all the way up there. But this is the same thing that we were talking about in the bear market as well. But you know what, let me just quickly show you examples. This is Ethereum exhibiting pretty much the same thing here. This is Cardano exhibiting the same exact thing. This is Neo exhibiting the same thing. And if we just want to summarize everything right here, we use Fibonacci retracement levels to try and see how all those structures which look alike managed to stretch right in their bull markets, right? So we see this one hit something like the 702 Fibonacci retracement level, right? Coming back to Jasmy, should we apply the same thing here using that same structure there? We'll be looking at something like I think it was 23 cents right here for Jasmy in this bull market, right? So from where we are sitting, right, or let's say Jasmy drops to something like 1.1 cents, right, that will actually be a blessing in disguise, because now you are buying that Jasmy at an even lower price, and getting back to something like 23 cents will actually be something like an 18x or something like that. So that is fantastic for Jasmy, right? So now the two best case scenarios that we had was Ethereum and Cardano, right? But you also see the same structure. I'm not saying Jasmy is the same as Ethereum, but you can see that the behavior of the people or the market participants is actually the same. So Cardano here managed something like a 2.618 Fibonacci retracement level, extension level I should actually be saying, and then we also had something like 3.618 Fibonacci extension level here for Ethereum, which you can see right here. And coming back to Jasmy, I mean, just looking at those two Fibonacci retracement levels, we'll be looking at something like 86 cents and something like $1.20 here for Jasmy. Mind you, we are not even looking at the previous all-time high for Jasmy. We're just looking at something like 30 cents. Even for Jasmy, just to get back to something like 32 cents is gonna be a fantastic run. So this is what we are looking for to get in Jasmy. And a 40% crash should not be something that phases somebody who has got those big price targets, unless you don't believe in those price targets anyway. But I think, you know, a lot of people don't understand when we say these are the front lines where we are fighting for financial freedom. I mean, sometimes we really mean it, because it's not an easy thing to be holding something that which is crushed something like 50%, 60%. And when you know that your target is even way higher than that, sometimes you may be faced, and whatever happens may happen. But yes, it's not easy. This is why we say these are the front lines that actually inspired the name of this channel. So this is where we are with Jasmy right now. We are experiencing like some support levels right now in the immediate short term here, but I can tell you that, you know what, still from the work of accumulation pattern, right, there is still that possibility that, you know what, this correction may not be done, and I'm just trying to prepare myself mentally and maybe help somebody, right, when this happens, that, you know what, it was actually something that we talked about and we could actually prepare for. So 1.1 cent is the main support level here for Jasmy. Yes, we have had some support level here that we were looking for on Jasmy, but still, maybe, just maybe, we should not rule out something like 1.1 cent here for Jasmy. That's the top of the work of accumulation pattern. We have got amazing price that gets as high as something like $1.20, and every single drop that we are going to see in Jasmy here is going to be an opportunity to be loading more. That is just if you believe that Jasmy is going to do fantastic, right? If you don't believe that Jasmy is going to do fantastic, probably you shouldn't be here to begin with, right? But obviously, none of what I say is financial advice, and you shouldn't buy or sell anything because of anything I sell, right? But if you like the content, don't forget to delicately tap the like button, share this video with your friends and family, and then I'll be able to see you on the very next one. Take really good care of yourselves. Bye.